Uh, Hi, friends. Welcome to our brand new episode of Indian Football's Progress. And we have one of the best foreign coaches who have applied his trade in India, Vincenzo Alberto Annese. I think he needs no introduction. I think his name is enough. One of the most successful coaches in I League. Uh, Unforgettable experience. I think nobody will forget that experience we had with Gokulam Kerala. Under him, Gokulam Kerala reached new heights, and in AFC Cup also they defeated a very strong Mohun Bagan playing in Kolkata. I remember that day in 2022, and Vincenzo is currently coaching Nepal national team, and he's doing quite well over there. He was here in Kolkata, but he was there in India, and I remember I was not able to meet him because in Bengaluru, and after the game, Nepal really played well. I think India had to bring in that extra effort to get in that goal, and I was praying when Vincenzo is the coach, it will be very tough for us. We said also, and now or another journalist from India, he also said it will be very tough for India to break that defense when Vincenzo is there. But welcome to the show, Vincenzo, and Indian football, food and football welcomes you. A very good and dear friend. Welcome again, and I hope that you help Nepal reach higher heights.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Really, is a great opportunity for me to keep in touch with you and with all supporters from Kolkata, all over the India and abroad. And really, namaste from Kathmandu, Nepal.
Thank you, Vincenzo. Thank you so much. I think more and more people will join in now. So you will be having questions from people. So when we start this discussion, Vincenzo, you came to India in 2020, if I remember, in the month of August.
Yeah,
That was the first time you came to India. So I just
yeah.
want to ask you, as an outside, right now you're coaching a national team of a different country. So what's your take? How Indian football has progressed after the COVID era? Means, do you think Indian football, and you have seen India play in the Asian Cup? How do you see it's improving that ways, or not improving?
Well, it was when I came to India. It was really all over the world. It was a bit a strange situation because it was the COVID after COVID period, and all the national team around the world was a bit suffering for the COVID. But I can see that after COVID time, India is one of the like national team that reached the high level of ranking and a high level of about performance. I mean, Stimac, I think he make one of the record about unbeatable, and also you don't get any sometimes many good result from Indian football. He win two consecutive trophy in the last two competition, and I think in Indian football really improved so far so much. We can see that each ISL, I League have a foreigner coach, physical coach, assistant coach, foreigner with high profile coach, and I think India is not only because of national team of but all system of India improving so much. I noted that even India in under 17 they go abroad to play in international level with Spanish club, and this is make them self a big opportunity for developing them career, and for even maybe pick up and believe that one day maybe some of Indian player that can play abroad. That abroad is mean in Europe where the football is the top quality player. Right now also there is I mean many places to go and to play football to themselves. Saudi Arabia, we can see that they start to pick up the most important player like Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, and but I can see that still the dream of to become a great player in Europe is still high. And I think this is the new target that can really try to follow up the Indian national team.
So, Vincenzo, taking the point from your discussion, what you said right now, Vincenzo, what do you think? What is the main? You've been part of other countries also where you have coached, and you have a very illustrated career as a coach. What I've seen. So, what do you think? Where our country like India or a SAP nation like India or Nepal or other people where football was not to that level, right? Where it should be. So, what do you think? What is the difference between from Europe and India, and what India or Nepal? How Indian football or Nepal football can progress from here? What is the main
Uh,
difference you think from Europe and here? What is the main
well,
difference?
for sure, more academy. I mean, we can see that the player they start to play football too much late. In Italy or in Spain, in French, they start to play at the age 3, 4, 5. They already have a ball control academy for 3 years, 4 years. I think in India we have in India also in Nepal here more and less than India. We have not so many academy open for all players. So many time in academy they ask money, and maybe who can afford the money, maybe they don't go to academy. So maybe football become a bit discriminatory for some of kids, and I think it's painful because maybe there is a great talent in India because they have a most number of million people, and I think India must go higher and higher, try to cultivate more academy with international UEFA Pro coach ready for teach and learn right football with right time and right developing football skills to all football players that they believe till the young age to be a professional football player. Plus, we can add some maybe international view. I mean, I would love that. Example in Europe, we even when we was child, we go to play in international level. 11 years, 12 years, 14 years, we go to play to German, Spain, and I think India and Nepal need a lot of traveling, see other culture of football, and learn from them. This is so important. You don't need to learn only from coach. Maybe they take the coach from Italy, from Spain, from French, from German. It's important take some skills from other football players that can make this more attractive, more also discipline. And I think also alimentation will be a great point of to developing the football in India and Nepal. Many of player they signed contract, professional contract, but maybe they don't eat properly. So we must do it more educationally in the food, and more proper use of a gym, practice gym, maybe day by day in Europe before to enter in the training ground. Even player of 16, 18, 15, they go to gym, they do the professional warming up for themselves with them schedule, and then they start to train with the team. So the use of power, the strength in the field, it will make a big difference from one player to another player, from
Correct.
European player and India or Asia or Indonesia or Malaysia, Asian player.
So, Vincenzo, there's a question from Shudipto. Asks you. I have one question. As you have coached in different Indian clubs, how difficult is to have coaching in Indian clubs? Means you have coached Gokulam. Then last year you were part of Northeast United also. You were saying that. So, how it's difficult to be a coach of an Indian club, or it's very easy? It's according to you. We just want to ask.
No, no, coaching any team in the world is never easy. I mean, I coach in like now we see 12 different countries, and I achieve great successful so far at the age of 38. But I can see that coaching in India was one of like hard stage of my career. I achieve a lot, I win, but it was no easy because India people, an Indian player, they need to all the time to get motivated themselves and learn some new skills, some new tactical discipline, and learn the way even to approach on football in professional way. Is was the hard. I mean, topic that we can each time speak. I in this period, I mean, I do a lot lesson, private lesson and group lesson with the player, and I do my maximum to learn them to be better, and I hope I did so far a good job. I hope. Still, in myself, I need to learn more because I'm still 38, and years by years, I developing myself in better and better. Even now, in the last year, I complete in Indonesia PhD program. So, and to be doctor in physical education. So I really believe in total football where the player they can reach a better level all the time they can learn something more.
Correctly. Vincenzo, this is another question from Ultimate Games. He says, "Hello, coach. What do you think? What is the most successful playing style in football? Possession game or a quick counter attack? What do you think it's the best?" Means he wants to say if, long balls or the ground.
No, okay, now right now nobody play long ball. I mean, who is the coach that play long ball? No, for sure. If you have a player to play quick counter attack, I love to counter attack too much. It's my scoring counter attack is the great effect. It's that is really make myself at the high level of enjoyment when I watch my player scoring counter attack. But for sure, we need tactically discipline. I play in many countries, even with Belize in Central America. I play with 3-5-2. With Gokulam, I play 4-2-3-1. I play 4-3-3. I change many system, and I can see that play with the three middle is the one of the my characteristic of each team. Doesn't matter in defensive play, we can play with a three back or we can play with four back, it doesn't matter. But for me, three middle that can create a triangle, passing, overload, create a more additional number in one zone and finishing in another zone is my main topic. I think that in each player in 2023 need tactically discipline, need to be more as international view. So my job is to teach them to cover more position. So one right window, left window, they can interchange, or one left back can play left window, one left back can play even in the middle, central left midfielder. I mean, I believe a lot in tactical discipline. A change move positional play is the new generation football. We can see that Guardiola teach a lot of coach around the world. They try to emulate himself, and we can see that right now the football is really totally. So there is no more central back and static player from central back, but we have an international view in attacking phase, in defensive phase, in the middle. Everywhere we can create more option in attack, we can create more option in defense because everybody defends, everybody must attack.
Correct, correct, correct. Vincenzo, I'll ask you one time. I remember in one of the press conferences after you won that I League, and everybody was. I think many of us who were following ISL that time, I think that was something you did, and your team did phenomenally well. I think 21 games unbeaten streak in I League has never been repeated. It was not there, and after that also it has not happened. I don't know when next time it will happen. 21 games. So, Vincenzo, one question for you. I remember that in that press conference you said one thing. I think I still remember that if you are given the responsibility of Indian national team coach, I remember that, and you said that you would take India to a newer heights. So, do you think India is somewhere underachieved? the support or the Federation India is spending now right now a lot of money in it. Do you think India has underachieved in some ways? Give an honest opinion.
I think, honest opinion,
Yes, yes,
India
please.
support. I mean, Stimac receive a lot support of Indian Football Federation in anything he want. This because he make in the last two competition, also two competition to win. So he have done so far after 4 years of him mandate. So far he have done so well, but India is on another level. I mean, it's a reality to say the competition of ISL, competition of I League, even competition of I League second. I mean, they have already quality, but quality player. I mean,
Correct.
in Nepal also we have a lot of player, quality player, but we have a number, limited number. And now, right now, we face some problem that many of players they go abroad.
Yes.
So we can see that it's not about it's about total number no of selection. You can see that in India they have a really big number of selection, and I think so far India they can stay in a better ranking and they can beat better country. I mean.
Correct.
I believe in India they can achieve another level, better level, with some more attacking view because still Chetri he is the top striker still many of game even with Nepal you depend about C3 and it's a plus it's very plus so it's not because C3 you have C3 India have C3 but let's see C3 is with us with Nepal what you will do. I mean,
Correct.
I think it's like India need to think to developing the country without C3, to developing the
Correct.
young generation, to improve young player inside the team. There is no a lot of young player inside the team. You can see that
Correct.
still almost a similar team that was 4 years when the Stimax coming. Many of game that was playing with the same central back, with the same
Correct.
keeper, with the same striker. Tapa is always
Mm.
there, and we know I know all the players of course of the national team.
I
They
know.
have amazing quality, but I think some new young player they can coming up and they can make a new spirit in especially in attacking phase.
Correct.
Because I think you have a very solid defensive line, but
Yes.
I will if I need to find something like I would love to play with India. I mean, if I was coach of India, I would love to play more in attractive football.
Okay.
Uh, I like to score a lot of goals, so that's why maybe it's about this. But India have potential to play more in attacking phase.
Correct, correct. Which is why I asked you this question. I remember why while that game against Nepal in Bengaluru in Kantirava, I was asking Stimach
Painful,
also after the game. Uh, I actually I what I
painful for me.
thought yes what I told I even asked Stimach also regarding it that if you are not giving a player chance in Shetty's position, problem is that how will you develop a player? You have managed a team like Gokulam where you don't have that so-called superstars in your team that time. So-called superstars means you don't have that national team players who were of that level. So you have Sunil Chetri at your disposal always, and we have seen Sunil not starting in Bengaluru FC also. The Simon Grayson took that call to start go with Siva Shakti last year in the second half of the ISL. You remember you were also part of it. So
Yeah, yeah.
don't you think that if you are not giving people chance in that position, then how we will develop player in that position? Because in a game like Bhutan also you're playing him. In a game like any game you're playing him only. So where when will a player development. I think Vincenzo's connection is an issue here. I think we'll continue our
Yeah,
discussion. Vincenzo, yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Sorry, sorry. Yeah,
No
sorry.
issue,
In
no
the
issue.
game,
Please, please.
yeah.
So how we will
This,
develop Vincenzo? My question to you.
well, as you say, I mean, you need to give a chance to play other player, and you need to, I mean, believe in other kind of player. Watch, I believe that all the time when you have a roster of 24, 26 player around the national team, no, you can see that you have mm, you choose the same player all the time, and I think you must believe more in what another player can offer. In ISL, in I League, most of the striker that are foreigner. So the main problem find this foreigner like local Indian player in attacking phase is not that is a bit complicated, no? Because in general this position, even Nordes, even Gokulam was replaced with some player, but I think it's the spirit of attacking phase that must change. I mean, India must think to attack with many people, not only the strike and the mini strike, but also right back, left back, central forward, central right window, left window. So I believe if we give a chance to more player, they can really achieve something better in attacking phase.
Acha, Vincenzo, I think it's a very, I think it's very difficult. I think I'll ask you this question. I think he's asking, Sudipto is saying the same thing. Coach, in current days of football, set pieces become one of the most important part. Can you can you tell about the basic tactics of set pieces defense and attack perspective? He wants to have an understanding regarding. How can you say that?
Well, Well, for sure, we there is two phase in defensive phase. Some people do zone, the defense in zone. Some people the defense in man marking. I defend a mix zone and man marking in the tactical defensive phase in free kick, zone and man marking, also in corner kick in defensive phase. And the prospect of the offside zone is create something more that I like high line in defensive phase in free kick. And in corner kick, I put only 2, 3 players, depend about the team that we play, the opponent. Example, Nepal, we have a bit short, so we try to improve our tactical discipline in set position and man marking, use the body better in better position. Become a former player, football player from Serie A, and also Italy. That I come from Italy, where the defensive is everything in Italy. And before, at least now, it's a bit changing. We need to mark so well. We need to be face the opponent that we can call striker, and we need to use the body as maximum that we can. And
Correct.
in attacking phase, we need to create something extraordinary with, or we have some player that really can have impact with the ball and create the ball very fast in the box. So when we shoot the corner, we create some additional player in one zone, or we create one block in one zone, depend of the team that we face. We can create also disturb the player to be in one zone. Then we play a little short pass. With Kokulam, I score a lot goal, many goal. I think 10, 12 goal in one session in corner kick and free kick. That is a bigger number of goal in one session. And I believe that if we use in the training ground some system, some tactical system, everybody need to know this system. Everybody need to apply the system and the tactical in the right time. because I know very well the example the Indian people that are very emotional. So maybe we done so well in the training, and when we come in the game, maybe we have a threat to try, or maybe we do forget to try. So myself, I remind them in the field all the time, before, during, and after game, even when we won. Sometimes.
Correct, correct, correct. Acha, Vincenzo, I think Gramit asks you this question. I think she's a very big fan of yours, and she's a regular subscriber of our channel. And she says this, Coach, you're one of my favorite coaches in ISL. I was there when you drew NUFC with Mohan Bagan in Guwahati. She was there, and the way you pumped up the players in the sidelines were commendable. I think that was the first point, right? Vincenzo, that was the
Yeah,
first point they got.
yeah,
And but
it
I was
was
sad.
the first win that we have done. They never get 1 point. Then I came. After 2 weeks, we get the win. Everybody unbelievable was crying in the dressing room. My player, we was playing with the four debutant in the team, of course, and it was emotional also for me. Opponent team was so angry against me, everything. That it was emotional also for me this game, because we play with one of the top club, with one of the with the paper top coach of the ISL. And so when we face him, when we face them, in the beginning, everybody think 5-6-0 for them easy. Then we won 1-0. We done amazing defensive phase. We missed also under goal. We take one post also. So, but so far
Sorry.
we have done amazing job in this game, and we have done amazing job in Northeast United. The thing is, don't was going the right way in Northeast, but they change a lot and
Yes.
even the prospect. I think the team was scoring only 4 goals in 8 games, which means
Yes.
score more than 22, 23 goals. So we receive a lot of
Uh,
goals also, but
at
I
least.
really enjoy to see all Indian football from another prospect. And in many games we play with three foreigner, two foreigner. Other they was playing with four foreigner. The player that was the first Spanish main player was the first Spanish ISL, where the level of the ball going more fast. So I enjoy so much this league, this competition, and I learn a lot from them.
No, once, I was there when you played in Kolkata. I think you came to Kolkata to play with East Bengal, and the game
Three
was
three,
3-3, right? 3-3.
3-3. Yeah,
And one of my very dear friends, Stephen, who was coaching that
yes,
time
yeah.
East Bengal, and he told me that this was the new the game he played in October was a different Northeast, and the game he played on March, that was a different Northeast for him. Means in
Yeah,
February. I think the
I
team
know.
and Steven is somebody who doesn't praise anybody, huh?
Yeah, I know. I
Knowing
know. He
Steven
said
for
also to me, "You totally changed." So glad is good person. Good person he make a really good comment from me, from my son. So I'm so happy. He's a good man, and so sad that he's out from ISL. But they take also a great coach right now this year's East Bengal.
yes, yes. So one thing, Vincenzo, I think Kolkata Derby is there in 2 days' time. Kolkata Derby is happening. Kolkata is divided. Already tickets are sold out in Kolkata. Kolkata being the
Wow.
heartland of football.
3
Like
September.
it's 3rd September and people are extremely charged.
Durant.
Many of
Wow.
Durant Cup final, and everybody, it's a Kolkata derby in the final, nothing like it. So Vincenzo, you have a very fond memories when you played against Mohun Bagan, and many of the East Bengal fans have become fan of yours. What jokes
No,
apart,
it's good record
but
versus ATK. No, but first of all, as a coach, I always give something plus when I face a great opponent. So ATK is amazing opponent with amazing football players, with amazing budget also. That is not easy to play with one team with 10, 12, 15 times more budget than yourself. And it was 2 times expense with Kokula and with Northeast United that we defeat TK Monbagan. But for this great game that will be for this final, that is I think is the first time ever in history that they will face East Bengal and ATK in the final in Duran Cup. If I'm no mistake, you can confirm
No.
what I
They
said.
played. No, ATK
They played
no.
before.
Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Now the name has changed.
Ah, yeah. But ATK is the first time. Yeah, before was Momagan. Yeah, but I think it will be great. I mean, see this game. It will be amazing. I am the first that will watch. Even the day after we were supposed to fly in Myanmar, but I will watch this game. I will enjoy to watch this game and win the best. I think both of team is a derby, so it can be predictable. Any result can be, I don't know, will be very tough for both of team. Also, the supporters that are in Kolkata, that are amazing. I mean, everybody
So
love
whom will
football.
so whom will be supporting that day? Don't say football.
But at this time, let's see East Bengal then. They support me then. No, I mean, but really, I don't want to say anything bad against no one because there are
No.
two historical club and with two historical fighting club each other. I respect both with the same time, and I am no coach of them, so but for sure it will be a great, interesting game to watch, and entertainment will be 100%. And really, both team they have a quality player. Both team, many team, both team they change a lot. They change a lot player. They change. Severo in East Bengal is an amazing striker. We see in Adrabat what he was doing with Manolo. So it's amazing player, and also over there we have many new player enters in ATK. So and it will be a good game. Really, it will be a good game.
Acha, Vincenzo, don't take ATK name because there was
Ah,
totally
yeah,
unrest.
sorry. Oh, no. Forgive me. Yeah. I know now
I
that you
know,
talk about no ATK, no. Yeah. Sorry.
but it's Bodmaga Super Giant now. So, Aditya, I think Vincenzo Kollol has a question. Vincenzo, I'll take 10-15 minutes more time because we have many questions lined up. Many of them have joined today in the late night also. Kollol says, Vincenzo, what do you think the prospect of Indian football? Can we compete in World Cup in future? I mean, can we play in World Cup in near future?
100%. 100%. If Infantino give more time, if they give more time um, to be uh, more number of Asian team in the World Cup window. So it's mean this year was only 5, if I don't mistake, right? In World Cup
Correct.
qualification.
Yes. We have
And
got
if they make more, yeah, if you have a more number, I think India will be there and will compete at a good level as Australia, as other Asia, as Korea, because you have everything federation, strong league, strong support. Many people now start to really be near football more than cricket. Before it was only cricket. Right now is start to be more amount of new generation footballer they coming up in India, and they believe in the football so much at high level. They idealize Messi, Ronaldo around the world. They see football in very big prospect. When I was in Kerala, when I was in Kolkata, outside, everybody speak about these two states. They speak so much about football, and they are amazing. There are one of the two top state where also Guwahati. where
Mhm.
everybody speak about football, everybody know football. So
Yes.
it's important. Inside I can see also Goa.
Mhm.
It's another one, but all also Chennai. I mean, we know that many people talk about football in India, and as I say before, was only cricket, but right now
Correct.
it's everywhere. Also about media, sponsor rights, sponsorization, everything is under this, and
Mhm.
football federation doing so well, so well. People
Mhm.
that are around. In football federation right now that are very good. They think about the future, so much about the future, female football, so woman football, young new generation under 17, under 19. They did a lot so far in this short period.
Correct. Correct. Vincenzo, who do you think is a Nepal's future star? I think who do you think is that poster boy like Sunil Chetri, the poster boy for Nepal? He's asking you this question. Who do you think can take Nepal to that next level?
My Nepal for and the next level is already one like we have already good hope for some player that going to play abroad. No, Mani Dangi that going to play in Thailand second division, but we have also a quality player like one of the top striker in Nepal in all over the years is Anjan Bista that last year was playing Cancre in Cancre, so that he have a shorter time in India, and I think he can do better and better if somebody give more time to him and play abroad. Ayub Galan is another talent that we have. We have a lot, two, three talent. The main problem in Nepal that many of young, even young talent, they grow abroad. They go to Australia or they start to change life because um, they wanna try new life abroad. So we need to think and to face this problem in Nepal. But as I say, Nepal is also full of great talent. And I
Yes.
believe in the next new generation. Our team is very young. Our team was playing 22, 21, 20, 20 player. I mean, who scored versus Pakistan in South Championship was less than 20 years old, so 19 years old, and his
Nice.
shoulder.
And
So
the way you guys played in SAF Cup, I think it's truly commendable. I think really well, really well. I really liked it. I think Nepal was one of those teams. No, India had very difficult times. I think we scored very early against other teams. I think Nepal was the only team where we had to break the defense. We have to get Sunil Chhetri to break the defense
yes,
against Nepal.
always
And
there, always is
and
there, always is there, Shitri,
and I
always.
asked Igor if we need Sunil to come to this rescue. If God forbid Sunil is to play for Nepal, what will happen to us? Who will score
Yeah,
the
you
goal?
need Also, if I'm not wrong, I think that Chitri have some original. I think the mother is from Nepal.
Yes,
Many of
yes, yes,
them, they will say.
yes, yes.
So I say like this because many they say here like this. So I repeat
Correct.
what they say, and so maybe eventually, if it was played with us, it was different result.
Okay,
No,
okay.
really amazing. Congratulations to him because he's an amazing player. It's
He's
one
recently become father
league.
also in 2 days back. 2 days back he became father
Yeah,
also.
yeah, I know. Also, congratulations for himself that become a
Okay,
father.
okay.
Is amazing with her wife, really amazing family, and it was so nice to see him. We faced him and we lost the last minute at home versus Bangalore. And
Yes.
from them, they start to win each game for the Finland range from Guwahati. They start to win each game. And then we lost also versus India. So I have a bad memory of him, but a really emotional memory of the great person that is him, great man, and he's a great player ever. in Indian
As
football.
a Vincenzo, we are joined by one of my brother. He's Abhishek Bhattacharya. He has a question for you, Vincenzo.
Hello.
Abhishek, your question for Vincenzo. Hi.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Playing against India, the defensive strategy that you have taken was commendable. Like playing a totally a low line defensive strategy. So that I mean, do you think that is easy to break for other teams when Nepal is going to face in this World Cup qualifiers? How it's going to affect the team of Nepal playing in a low lying defensive strategy?
No, no. What each game is different, you know, and each game we approach the game in different way. So we can see we was coming from one loss of Kuwait 3-1. So we need to try everything to win the game. And we know very well the quality of India. India was playing at home. So you imagine India come to play here in Kathmandu. You just imagine this. I mean, trust me, will be no easy at all, not at all, with versus us in Kathmandu. It is a big plus for India to play at home. No, because Bengaluru supporter was very hot, and because Indian supporter was very high, very strong. But I can see that in this level, when you play abroad, when you play in home, it's a big difference between one country and another country. Plus, tactically, we need to think that we can create. We was missing Anjan in the Anjan Vista in the second half. Maybe with Anjan Vista was also different because we scored I think 63 minutes.
60.
So I mean we need to be more attentive and we need to create
I think an issue with this network. So I think he'll join back again. So any questions, guys? You can just drop down your questions for Vincenzo. I think we have got 10 minutes more. So before we wrap up, and any questions for him, to let me know. There's an issue. I think he'll be joining in some time. So just any questions, do let me know, and I'll take the questions up front. So I'll just contact him. I think there's a network issue with him. So just 1 minute. Okay. Oh, he's joined back. So I'll just take him
yes,
again.
sorry. Something
Ha,
happened? Sorry.
ha, I think something happened. I think no issues. And carry on. Vincenzo, I think I'll ask you one question. I think taking the loop from you. So you're coaching a national team, right? Means you're coaching a Nepal
Yeah.
national team, and you will be having games right now. India will be playing in the Kings Cup. So recently, what happened was India have a lot of games poised before the Asian Cup and the World Cup qualifiers. We'll be playing in the Kings Cup, where we'll be up against Iraq. Then we'll be playing one of the teams again from Thailand, the home host nations. Then again we'll be traveling to Merdeka for the
Yeah.
Malaysia, where we'll be playing against very good teams. Like I think Palestine is there. So after that, we will be in the World Cup qualifiers, and before the Asian Cup, I think we'll have more games this time. Last time in Asian Cup, we didn't have that game practice. So, do you think that in the recent interview, our national coach said that 1 month preparation time is needed for national team to progress well, or else don't hold me accountable. So, don't you think 4.5 years is it's not a less time to make this team gel together? 4.5 years is a long time, and you are getting game practice available, and FIFA window doesn't allow this. So, how it thinks in Nepal? You are also having the same issue, or I think Nepal Federation is helping you in that ways? Means
No,
here
no,
in
no.
India we have
No,
in
Nepal
India
Football Federation, no help
and
in this way. No, because
In India the federation has told that 20 days time will be given maximum for the
oh,
before the Asian Cup, 15 to
it's
20 days.
amazing.
Then
It's amazing.
also people are not happy.
It's
So I just
amazing.
want to
No,
understand your.
no, but watch, it's not about Nepal Football Federation. It's not about Indian Football Federation. It's about how many time to cooperate with league investment, that here there are different investment in football in Nepal than in India. I mean,
Correct.
here the money that are very low instead of India, where the money that are very high. So first, the big difference is the money issue. But football federation try here in Nepal try everything for improve the football. We cannot many times we cannot create any camp because maybe we miss some money, some sponsorship. In this case, they give me opportunity to coaching here. We start to coach from 1st of August, and we started developing football so well. And so before to the SAF championship, I just meet my player 1 day and a half, and then I fly for Philippines. So Stimac is very lucky on this because he get 4 years and a half, and he get 2 months of tournament, and he get now another 20 days. I mean, Stimac, he must think more about what he have, and of
Yes.
course, yeah, as each coach, also Stimac want more and more from the prospect of national team, but you need to face also great important meeting with the team. Example, Mumbai FC most probably will play Nation Cup, right? In
Yeah. Challenge
when they will play
Champions League. Champions League.
Champions League, he will play versus Neymar if I no mistake, right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
So Stimac must also think about other team, that they play and they are investment. There are a lot foreigner where they invest a lot of player, a lot of people that invested in the football in India.
Correct.
Um, Here it's a bit different the situation, but as I say, the federation try to allow me also here to create a new camp, to create maybe some. Now we think also maybe I hope to go to another country to prepare our qualification versus Laos better and better.
Correct. 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 Acha, Vincenzo, I'll ask you one important question before we wrap up, and we have the last round, which is a rapid fire, where I'll give you 5 questions. You have to select two things. Two
Chanda,
options will be
can
given.
I
You have to
just
select
ask
one.
one question? Chanda,
Yeah, please,
Yeah,
Abhishek,
can I?
please go.
Yeah,
Please go ahead.
yeah.
Please, please.
What's your favorite formation to play for any team? I know formation changes depending upon the team structure, how they are playing, how they have the midfield lined up. So what's your favorite formation to play for your team which you are coaching? What's your
watch
favorite formation?
watch in Indonesia. I was doing one time 3-3-1-3. And it's the best formation I think ever that one coach can create. It's very difficult to make in practice because it's in base of the movement that you can create, attacking the space in many of part of field. But it's very interesting. I wrote one book of 352, and I wrote another book of 433. And like I say, we have a many way to play to attack, but create more number in attacking, more number of player in attacking phase is one of my topic in each training session. So we can create a lot goal also with Nepal football, and really we that is one stuff that right now missing in Nepal football: score more goal.
Correct, correct, correct. Acha, I think we have a question from subscriber. He says, "Do you think Nepali players are more technically better than Indians? Are they lacking physicality and the game time?"
Totally.
With
In the Nepali player, they are more disciplined tactically than the Indian player because I don't know why, but there are more disciplined. Physically, there are more better Indian player, but tactically, I can say that there is a more understanding in this short period, in this only 6 months, that it was more understanding. I mean, you can see that India get a lot of problem with versus us, and it was most of all of tactical because
Correct.
physically India, if you we face a GPS and we see the data of GPS of my team in Nordest United, that this was the last team, we can never compare with here about sprint, about acceleration, about stamina. So the player they have a better in physicality and better maybe in the technique. Some player also here they are so good. Most of all, there are similar technique, but tactically they are very disciplined. Um, Thinking also that maybe India have some experience. Most of the playing national team they have a foreigner coach in Bangalore, foreigner coach in Bomagan, in East Bengal. So when they go into Stimak is another additional tactic style. Here, nobody in A division in the top level of Nepal, nobody is foreigner. So when they see me, they see the first coach ever that maybe they teach something and they learn so much.
That's good. That
So
way,
you
it's helpful actually. That's
Yeah.
helpful
so
actually.
you like East Bengal a lot, right?
No, 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 no. I just make a sample. Come on, I just make a sample.
We can discuss it offline. So, Vincenzo,
By
one
the
thing.
way, is Aroma, my match analysis coach in Gokulam right now is in East Bengal. So I'm in
Yes, yes.
contact with him. I'm so happy
Okay.
for him that reached this position. I wish him a really good job for East Bengal that he did so well till now.
Actually, East Bengal did really well this time. Playing in the finals
Yeah,
tells a lot of good things about the team. They have done really well. So, I think last few questions for you. I'll have the 5 questions lined up for you for the rapid fire. You have to select one options. Okay. So you should not play it very politically correct. I want answers straight because previously when people have come here, they have answered it clearly. I expect you to answer it clearly. I give you 2 options. You have to select one. Okay, we can start.
yeah.
My first question to you in the rapid fire would be Gokulam or Northeast?
But Gokulam because I have more time for them. So Gokulam 100% because I start I create Gokulam from zero. I select the player from zero. In Nordest I don't select nothing.
Correct. East Bengal or Mohun?
East Bengal.
Okay, okay. I think Abhishek's laugh says a lot of things. People will be very very happy. So my third question would be to you would be uh, coaching. What's your dream? Which country you dream to be a national team coach in future? You are currently
India.
coaching Nepal, India.
India.
You and you said this also. So if you see in 2020 when you came in India, I think after the COVID only you came to Gokulam, right? After the COVID time in August, right in August 2020 August you came to India.
Yeah. 21.
Hmm, 20. So do you think that coaching India and coaching Nepal, what's the basic difference you're facing? And do you think coaching where you can take Indian football, Indian national team, if you take up the job? You said that India should be in a better ranking than what it is right now. So, what is the ranking you think it's realistic for India, in Asian zone at least? India is currently ranked 18th in the Asian ranking zone. So, what do you think is a realistic target in next 5 years? 5 years.
16 to 17. You have a huge potential in India.
What is the ranking you said? 60 to 70.
60 to 70 is the ranking that India must be. Is the right ranking for them. Is the right ranking for your country.
World ranking, I think he's saying the world ranking is 60 to 70. He's
No, no,
saying
I,
the
I
world
got it.
ranking.
I
Yeah.
got his point. I got his point. 60, 70. So AFC, there is no zone also. So I'll ask you one thing, Vincenzo. My fourth question to would be considering all the facts in you have seen Indian football for in a close eyes for a long time in India, do you just I want a very straightforward answer from you. Do you think in India, football, the thing you said, India, Nepal players are well with the ball. Indian players are more good at physicality. Do you think we are lacking a proper grassroots program in coaching? The coaches in India in the grassroots are. Do you think it's not up to that level, which is not taking Indian football forward somewhere? You need
Well,
quality coaches in the ground.
I think India must play more in attacking style. Only this. I mean, I would love to see India score more goal in one game. I believe that India have a huge potential to score more goal. I don't believe that each game must finish draw or one or two. It's difficult that India score more than two goals each in the game.
Correct, correct.
And I think is one point where India must focus, must think, must make analysis and watch all game have done, and in few game going up than two goals in a few game. But the rest is always time that Chitri from himself create something from zero. So I think India need to, as I said before, you need to believe more in attacking style football.
Vincenzo, your favorite India, favorite coach in India you have seen in ISL. Who is your favorite coach according to you, apart from you?
No, no. Apart from me, well, Simon from Bengaluru.
Simon? Okay.
It's for me is the famous the good coach because he make himself one team from one level to another level, and he have a great team also. By the way, but he's when I lost in the last minute
Yes.
versus them, and I think he have something different between other coaching that I face in ISA.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So, Vincenzo, you have seen Igor's team match as a national team coach. Previously, India was managed by Steven Constantine. And if I compare both of the team, you have seen Asian Cup, last Asian Cup in India played reasonably well. I'll not say India played to that level, but India played really well. If you remember that game against UAE, we were all out of the game. We were unlucky to not win that game in against UAE. In UAE, we played really well, and there were India dominated that game. India defeated Thailand 4-1 in the first game, opening game of the Asian Cup,
Yeah,
uh,
I remember.
and if you see now in Igor or Steven, whom do you rate ahead in that phase in national coaching the national team?
Well, I mean, myself when I see India right now, I am. I just think that must be after a long period must give a chance to something different for going to reach another level. Not because Stimac is no good coach. Stimac is also good coach. He make good achievement so far after 4 years. But I think India must be ahead with another coach. But is my point. I mean, many is no because like stay many years in one country is no help. Know him as a coach, no, and he's not talking negative about the great coach that is Timac, but is about the changing view of football that after a amount of years, I think one coach must leave and go space to another coach that can take better, also motivational. Even one coach say, I'm very motivated. Everybody say this, but when you win, suppose it was my decision to go abroad when I win 2 times the title in Gokulam, because when you win, you need to change and don't need to continue to stay. You create a name, you create a history, so you need to Stimac create a name, create history. So I think it's better in this period maybe to give some some opportunity to another coach that can go ahead and go in another level. I think is my view. And as I say, it's no criticize about Stimac. To Stimac, I wish the best career for him because he's a great coach and a great colleague. I never criticize other coach. I think he's have done so far a good job for India. But I just it's my view of see football around the world. Example Mancini. Right now, he changed from Italy, go to Saudi Arabia. Everybody think about the money they go in 3 years, they will get 90 million. But I think that he's done so far so well because he get more motivation, change the year after amount of period each coach must change year, must change position, and must give a chance to develop in the football to another coach. Is my point of view to see football. No, it's no criticize about no one coach.
Correct, 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 correct. Thank you so much, Vincenzo, for your time and
Yeah,
for everything. You've given us 1 hour time from your busy schedule. And I want to tell all the viewers, Vincenzo currently coaching the Nepal national team. Indian Food and Football wishes Vincenzo and his team all the best for the World Cup qualifiers. They are set to play Laos in October. Prior to that, they will be going to Myanmar. Right, Vincenzo? You guys
yeah.
will be
Right
going to
now
Myanmar.
we will on 4 we fly and we'll be there face Myanmar on 8 on 11 in 2 double game.
So Indian
So
Food and Football wishes Nepal national team all the best.
thank you
May
so much.
Nepal does well, and my friend Vincenzo comes up with a flying color in Nepal national team coach, and hope and I hope that you pull up some surprise in that group. I'm sure you under your helm, 100% Nepal will pull up some surprise in that group. I'm sure
Thank
about
you.
it.
Thank you so
And
much. Will
all
be
the
great.
best for to you, and thank you so much again for your time and patience. I think we'll have a show again with you anytime soon after. I think Nepal does something incredible. I think I'll call you again and we'll have a
Thank
great discussion after the Laos game, most
you.
probably. So
It will be
thank
amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vincenzo. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
this was Vincenzo Alberto Annese, currently the national team coach of Nepal, discussing about Indian football and his view on Indian football. And thank you everybody for watching this video. If you have not till now subscribed to Indian Food and Football, go ahead and subscribe. Tomorrow we will be live for before the Kolkata Derby. So let's have the discussion going on. And thank you to everybody. Good night again from our side. Good night.
Good night.
Before Vincenzo goes away, Shanda,